Setting goals is overrated. From a young age, we're taught that the number one way of achieving great things in life is by having clear, distinct goals, writing them down, and committing them to memory. That if we put all of our focus into having these goals, somehow we're going to rise to the level of the goal and achieve it. And while I don't believe that goals are necessarily completely useless, I do think that goals can sometimes do more harm than good. Constantly putting all of your attention on the goals themselves is telling yourself that you're inadequate. It's basically telling yourself that you're not good enough because you haven't achieved X, Y, or Z. If you have the goal of getting a six-pack, every time you look in the mirror, you're going to be disappointed in yourself. If you have the goal of being rich, every time you look at your bank account, you're gonna feel like a piece of shit. If you have the goal of hitting Radiant and Valorant, every time you lose, you're gonna feel terrible about yourself. Or all of that negative energy is gonna be pointed towards your teammates and you're gonna blame that. One of the two. My point is, being laser focused on your goals isn't as correlated to success as you might think it is. Every season, every team in the NFL has the goal of winning the Super Bowl. 31 of them don't achieve that. Almost everybody has the goal of either getting into shape or becoming rich or both. But just because you have that goal doesn't mean you're going to actually reach it. Also, anytime I achieve a goal that I have, I kind of feel this anticlimactic feeling where it's like, does that really feel all that good? And it's like, okay, I achieved my goal. What do I do now? I think there's something surprisingly unsatisfying about reaching a goal that we have, especially when you're putting so much mental energy and focus into achieving that. You kind of start to believe that, oh, if I ever achieve that, everything will be so perfect. I'll be so happy when I achieve that. And then when you actually do reach it, it's like, oh, I kind of feel the same that I did last week.
And what really sucks is that it's so ingrained in our society
that life should be a series of setting goals, achieving those goals, and then making new goals. But that just leaves us feeling so unsatisfied to where we start to question, is there something wrong with me? I achieved everything I wanted to achieve. Why am I not happy? So what we need instead, we need something that can keep us going and going and going, that keeps us improving ourselves for forever instead of a goal which has a very defined end. So what is actually the difference between a successful person and an unsuccessful one? What is actually the difference between the team that consistently wins Super Bowls and the teams that don't? If goals are not the answer to achieving great things in life, then what is? The answer is systems. Goals tend to be emotionally driven, whereas systems are execution driven. For example, when you initially make the goal, hey, I'm gonna lose 50 pounds, there's a lot of emotion tied into that. You have a lot of motivation pointed at losing the weight. But 3 to 4 days later, when you had a tough day at work, things were stressful, it was just a really bad day, and you're driving home and you pass the McDonald's, you're probably gonna stop and treat yourself because you had a tough day. And that's because the emotions that you're feeling on that tough day are much stronger than the emotions that you had 3 or 4 days ago when you initially made that goal. So instead of just having goals, we have to have these systems in place in order to actually do what we want to do and achieve what we want to achieve. In order to create a system that works for us, you need to create a clear step-by-step process that you can follow. If you wanted to improve at Valorant, a good system to put in place might be every day I'm gonna play 3 games and I'm gonna watch one of those games back and try to point out my mistakes and see what I could do better. If you do that every single day for the next 3 months, you will get better at Valorant. If you want to have a successful YouTube channel, instead of having the goal of reaching 1 million subscribers, instead make a system where, okay, every single day I'm going to spend 3 hours learning about how to grow a YouTube channel and then taking what I've learned and actually applying it to the videos that I'm making. That's the system in place. Systems work for us. Systems don't rely on motivation. They don't rely on how we're feeling on a given day. So you don't need motivation. You don't need willpower. You can still complete the process for the system, even if you're having a bad day, even if you're not really feeling like doing it, because ultimately systems are habits. Habits are the building blocks of life. If you don't have habits, you don't have success. The difference between an unsuccessful person and a successful person is not motivation. It is not willpower. It is habits and systems. You are not less motivated than a millionaire or somebody that's really in shape. You just have worse habits. Systems make things easier for our brains because it's hard. It's hard to get work done every single day when you don't have a system in place. Systems are about changing our identity. If you want to get in shape, starting right now, you have to start telling yourself that you're somebody that goes to the gym every day. Or if you want to get better at Valorant, you have to start telling yourself that you're somebody that grinds and improves every single day. Success is about improving a little bit every single day. All you got to do is be 1% better today today than you were yesterday. And that seems like nothing. 1% seems like absolutely nothing. For those of you like me who love to think about the math behind this sort of thing, if you improved 1% every day for 1 year straight,
You'll be 37.78 times better than you were at the start of your journey.
small incremental change consistently over time is how you succeed. Overnight success is not a thing. If you have a good system of habits in place, you will start feeling better about yourself. Confidence doesn't come from being good at something. Confidence comes from improving at something. If you're somebody who is putting all of their focus into goals, then you are essentially saying, I will be happy once I am the person that I want to be. And in the meantime, while you're still crossing this gap here, you are not allowing yourself to feel good about yourself. But if you're somebody who instead is very system focused, is very focused on, okay, I'm going to get done what I need to do today in order to improve and better myself, then you'll start to be happy with who you are right now. Because instead of placing your self-worth in these goals that are going to take a long time to achieve, instead you're placing your self-worth in the daily process. And you'll start to develop confidence in whatever you're trying to be good at. Whether you're somebody that wants to make a lot of money or get in shape or something as small as just getting better at Valorant, ultimately your confidence in yourself and your happiness related to that thing is going to come from you making a system for yourself and then following through on that day after day. And that's how you achieve great things. This is kind of what my channel is going to be moving forward. I want to make more videos like this because I really enjoy it. It's basically going to be me documenting my learning process on YouTube. Even if just a couple people get something out of this, then that's just icing on the cake. Thank you guys for watching.